like a lot.
A lot of black.
Black and red. Like
Yeah.
it was a pile. It was like probably 4. He's like, is that like a common thing for Latin people? Because there's a lot of darks in our clothes.
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of darks too. Yeah. A lot of darks.
And then I realized I'm like, okay, there's some browns in there and there's some greens and that's all mainly because I like sports.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm like, there's a lot of darks in here. So I decided to wear white and dark.
I like it. Now, are you nominated?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I haven't been active for
I
a
know.
long time.
I was wondering because right now when you were stepping in, DJ Seraphin was leaving, and so then I thought, wait, she's not
people
performing.
think sometimes that, well, even then, like I'm active on social media. There's so many different awards, but I think sometimes AVM forgets. No pun intended. I mean, I'm just waiting for Hall of Fame.
Right.
I've been in the business since 1999, so I see a lot of my girlfriends getting inducted this year. Hopefully, I'll be inducted next year.
Who are some of the friends that are being inducted?
Daisy Marie is getting inducted. Congratulations to her.
Nice.
Am I missing some names? I'm probably missing some names, but I know Daisy's one of them for sure. My friend Cinnamon Love. It took her a long time for her to get inducted. So we'll see. I just hope that I'm active in the business and I'm not like out and then because I want to be there, but I decided to go to this ABN because one, a lot of fans ask me every year, and you know what? I feel like at this point in my career, I don't need to be nominated to recognize my fans. Yeah. So I'm just going there. I have good people. I'm gonna be at the Galaxy booth 2 days, which is Friday and Saturday, and I'm gonna be with Kendra Lust, Society 15, her booth. And that will be on Wednesday and Thursday. And everything you guys could find it on my Instagram and, my official Alexis Amore Facebook page, my like page, the small only page. And then that's all my calendars in there. So that's going to be fun.
So right now, the only thing you do then is just like feature dance.
Feature dance. I do magazines. I love doing radio.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
So whenever I get a chance, I'm definitely doing that. I want to do a lot more radio, but right now I'm so busy with traveling that I kind of want to stick to that.
Yeah, because it's hard for you to get into it right now.
And your body takes a toll. Like I noticed that and I'm just checking the fact that I do feature dance. I just don't look, So sometimes I land really hard on my knees, and I'm like, damn, that hurts. That's gonna hurt later on, So like things that you do to your body that you just kind of like, if I don't do it. It's kind of like when you ride a bike and you fall and you're like, oh, okay, the second time you got it. It's the same thing with like when you go on the road.
Now, what does your set consist of for people that are listening?
My what?
Your sets.
Well, I have over 20 costumes. But obviously, I have my favorites.
Which ones are your favorites?
My salsa is my favorite. I have a samba with like a Brazilian costume.
Yeah.
I have a cowgirl. I have a hot for teacher. I have a cheerleader costume. I have a Catwoman costume. I have a Princess Leia costume.
Wow.
That's pretty popular.
Now, how do you decide which costumes you're going to take to which towns?
Well, they'll give me 5 shows. I mean, some clothes gives me 5 shows. The club has a contract, obviously. We have a contract. And a lot of people, just FYI, if you're listening, we don't book the clubs ourselves. The features get asked by the clubs. So a lot of people are like, you're not coming to. And I was like, I will go everywhere. It's just the club has to bring you in.
So if you guys want Alexis Amore in your town, you guys have to let the club know and request her. And that's the only way they're going to have the girls. Because I did know that in order for the girls to go there, you guys have to demand the girls. And that's when they reach out
and book them. To be honest, like there's been clubs that they don't recognize and they feel like, oh, well, this girl is not active, but she's active. Feature dancing. And there's a lot of bookings that I got in just because they see my social media that I'm constantly posting that I'm feature dancing, that I'm going to be in this town, or why not? But back to your question, because I do that a lot. If they say 5 shows, I bring 6 costumes. And then I go with the crowd. If the crowd's going listening to something, then I go with it. My first song is always that intro song. So say Hot for Teacher, I'm wearing a teacher outfit. Or, Princess Leia, I'll come out with something that's Star Wars related. So my first song is always important because it's the intro to your costume.
It's going to set
But
up.
after that, I kind of mix it up. I go with a little bit of rock, a little bit of Latin music, a little ratchet music, whatever the crowd's going.
Oh, what's ratchet on your playlist? Like, give me one.
You know what? I don't have ratchet on my. Maybe it's songs that you guys don't want to hear. Right?
Give me one of them.
There's one that.
I like big butts and I cannot.
That's not even ratchet enough anymore.
No,
can you believe that? Oh, to me, that was so ratchet. We didn't even know the word ratchet. That was so ghetto. I was listening to Little Kim on the way here on K-Day, and I was like,
"Oh my god!"
I was like, "Oh, I like this," and I was like, "I should put this on."
What about the thong, the thong, thong, thong?
Yes. Well, see, I'm all about that, but see, a lot of clubs like that.
Yeah.
A lot of girls don't like feature dancing out in like the West Coast. They like the East Coast.
Yeah.
I like them both. I don't have any complaints. I mean, I done well here in LA. East Coast is fun just because, you have the alcohol. Like, some girls like to drink. I don't really care, I think it's just about the crowd.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes when you go to the East Coast, people forget that you're there because you're so shit-faced. They're just drinking and they're like, where is she at? And then they're like, oh, I missed you. And I was like, I was in front of you the whole time. But like things like that. And then some of them are like, they get you out of the way and then they go and do their thing, which is understandable.
So what's so name me one artist that is like hip hop.
That I like right now.
You like that you play.
I don't think I have to be honest, I don't have a favorite artist. I think I just kind of go with the flow of the club.
Whatever they have.
Yeah, like I have my own music that I'll think, like, oh, maybe this will go good. Or throughout the night, something will pop up, that I heard. And then I'll talk to my assistant and then he'll be like, oh, yeah, that song. Let's mix it on number 3 or number 2. Usually most clubs is only 3 to 4 songs. And then, like the last song is when I give the free giveaways. I usually give DVDs or 8x10s. I do a raffle.
Oh, a raffle. How do you do the raffle?
So some people get really shy.
Yes, they do. I've seen that too.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, listen, I don't come to like Rhode Island all the time. Or I've never been to Rhode Island and you'll probably never see me again. And then some people regret that. So kind of like a help, I always announce or have the DJ announce that everybody that sits in the, tip rail.
Yeah.
Throughout all the songs gets a raffle ticket. And at the end, they get either a free photo with me or a free photo in 8x10. So they win a little something.
That's nice. I like that. That's really nice because, a lot of them are, like you said, they're shy. And that's a way to like kind of make them interact and kind of break them and make them feel like they're part of it. Yeah.
Right. And then they realize like, I don't bite. Like I'm there to have fun. Everybody's there to have fun. And I notice a lot of clubs videotape now.
Oh, they do? That's nice.
Yeah. It's good and it's bad because a lot of people are like, oh my God, I don't want to be in video.
Yes,
but you have to remember a lot of times they don't have the rights, so they blur your face.
Okay, good.
So they don't get a lot of that, But a lot of clubs are used to it. They know that they're going to be videotaped and they don't care. Because a lot of clubs are just like, people don't understand, a lot of adult clubs are just like nightclubs.
They are, yeah.
And they're so open to female clientele, to couples. It's just so different now.
The interesting thing is that I went to go see, I don't know why I was about to say her Instagram name. This is like so bad. This is terrible.
I know, that happens to me 10 times. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, this is terrible. I used to produce her show, White Girl Politicking.
Oh, Alexis Texas.
Alexis Texas. This is terrible. I hope she never
the
hears
other
this.
Alexis. I'm the brown one. She's the light skin.
I went to go see her because she never dances in like local.
In
it's
LA.
Always it's always East Coast, everywhere else.
Right. And some girls it's by choice. They don't want to do it here.
Yeah, and it was just this one time where she was actually gonna dance here and she's like, you have to go see me. She's like, please come. And I said, you know what, you're right. I need to come see you. And it just so happened it was a perfect weekend that I didn't have my kids. They were with their dad and everything was perfect. Like no drama happened,
right,
with their dad or anything. So it was good. Like it was okay. Like I was able to like hang out.
Relax.
Yeah, I was hang out. Like
sometimes
I was
when
able
you go
to go
out,
out.
people don't relax. Yeah.
But the interesting thing is that because I was by myself, I did not bring anybody with me. I was going to bring a female friend. Then I just...
But nothing wrong with that.
No,
you're there to see a friend.
Right. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't mind going places by myself. But the funny thing about this is when I first showed up at the door, the bouncer, the security guard was like, okay, let me just go down through the rules. There was absolutely no fighting in here. You're not allowed to come in here and look for your man.
Oh, they thought you were a wife.
Yes.
It's happened.
Yes, he's giving me the 411 and I'm listening to him and I'm like, okay, you know what? And I started laughing. I was like, actually, I was like, I'm not here for that because he's like, now you have to take it outside. There's no fighting in here.
Well, at least he went through his rules. Good for him.
Did. And it was the funniest thing. And I said, no, I'm actually here to see Alexis Texas. I said, I'm her producer. And he's like, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, there's clubs that do that. I think they have to ask first like, what's going on.
It was so funny. So, of course, like because the club makes money, I was getting ready to pay my fee to come in. And the guy's like,
no, you're in the list.
That's what the guy said. The guy was like, he looked at me, he goes, wait, didn't you say you're Alexis' producer? You're here to see her? And I said, yes.
Right, no.
And he was like, no. He goes, call Alexis right now. Call her right now. And I was like, okay, I'll call her right now.
Yeah, I mean.
And I did.
At the end of the day, like, we get a certain amount of people, and a lot of people don't understand that, like, that you could put on a list. Now, not all clubs would allow it. I haven't had a problem yet, and, like, I've been doing this for a long time. There's a lot of chains of clubs that are very good with that, and they will be like, yeah, no problem, and they'll allow you to have a group of people come in, and obviously, if it's not taken advantage of, you're fine. But yeah, definitely, you're being a female, especially.
Yeah, so
there's no reason for you.
So she sent her security. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna have my security come and get you, and so I just ended up sitting at her table, and I was able to film part of it, because it was my first time seeing her dance. Because the only other time that I've gone to a club was. I was like in my 20s and I haven't been back since.
Well, you need to go out more.
I need to see you. I want to see you. I definitely want to see you.
I don't have any dates now, but you have to come to Club 9. Yes, that's a lot funner.
That's the local one, right?
It's actually the people that don't understand like the difference between hosting and feature dancing. Like feature dancing, you go there. I try to mingle before my shows. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard, but you're there pretty much to get there, do your shows, and then you do a meet and greet. And then you have to prepare for the next one. So sometimes it's really hard to be able to talk. The hosting is different because I'm there and I'm always there. The only difference is that, I'm not performing, but we still get to, have fun. We still get to talk a lot. I get to get on top of the bar and pour drinks down people's mouths. So it's always fun.
Always fun.
And I'm just really lucky that I actually was their first adult film star they has as a host in their other location. Yeah. And so far, not like knocking on wood, but so far I'm being booked with them a few times.
Now, what is the one advice you have for, your fans and just people out, when they go see somebody feature dance, what's like the biggest no-no that they should not do?
Don't touch where you're not supposed to.
Okay.
I think you need to let, like where there's pictures involved. Yes. I think you should just let the person place the hands. And if you have a question, just ask. Some girls are very, very comfortable with very being open-minded.
Yes.
And some girls are very not. And sometimes the club don't allow it. So it's just really hard to sometimes they have to understand we're not the house girls either.
Right.
So we have a contract. So they'll be like, I just danced with the house girl and she let me do blah, blah, blah. And that happens. And I love all the house girls and you could do whatever. But we have a contract, and if we do something that we are not allowed or we think we could get terminated, and then there goes that,
Right, yeah.
It's not like the house girls that could come back and be like, I'm sorry, never do it again. The club might be like, well, you should be knowing better than this because you're a professional and you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
So there's certain things, I so far not have had a problem, I think the way certain girls carry themselves, and it's okay. Like I said, you do with yourself. Yeah. Whatever you want to do, nobody's going to judge anybody, It's the way that your fans will treat you. Like,
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so if you're giving advice to a man trying to court a lady, like what would your advice be?
That's just so funny because I'm actually doing the panel for dating an adult film star.
Oh, really?
At
That's
AVN.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I just got a bunch of questions. So how do you date if you would date a civilian? And civilian, by the way, is a person not in the business. I think you have to take it slow. Definitely don't slide into her DM. I mean, it's just like the cheesiest thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's like maybe like the young thing to do. If you kind of like want to get to know her,